The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads, "Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired." First and foremost, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. This is Bam Malak coming at you with another lesson. And this lesson is going to center around a video that I got off of GMS Australia. And it's about this the science that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is engineering, to eliminate you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. But in particular, they talking about you Negroes, you Jake and Eves. So that's why I came out of Zephaniah 2 and 1, because what nation on earth is not desired, then especially the Negro man and the Negro woman, even though the Negro woman, she joined hand in hand with Esau, Edom, because he's in the power structure. So they see him as attractive. But for the Negro man, he's hated all over the world. That's why we have to gather ourselves together, O nation not desired. So without further ado, let's just get into this video, and then we're going to hit a couple of precepts and close it out.
I am the lab science director. I know a thing or two about food science. Now, what they have invented, when I say they, I'm talking about the genetic engineers. Not only have they found a way to put these genetically engineered traits into food crops, they've now found a way to cause food crops to grow RNA fragments that can be specifically targeted like bioweapons to interfere with the physiological processes of targeted species that might eat the food. Now, this technology is called RNA interference technology. It's relatively new compared to GMOs, relatively new. It's being touted now as a technology to eliminate the use of pesticides, because what they're saying is they can cause a corn crop to grow RNA fragments that will kill the insects that eat the corn without having to use pesticides like toxic chemicals that overload the insect nervous system and kill it from a nervous system breakdown and so on. This RNA interference technology is a pesticide technology, but it doesn't rely on pesticide chemicals. It relies on RNA fragments in the food. Now, what's disturbing about this is that this technology can be fine-tuned to target a specific race of humans who eat the food. I want you to follow me very carefully on this, because most people have never heard of this before. They've never heard of this technology. They don't know it can be targeted by race. Food crops can be engineered right now based on existing technology to cause infertility in black people alone. That technology is a reality. It's widely covered out there in the mainstream media, in the science media. RNA interference technology is widely covered. The government is at war with you. If you're black and you're watching this, the government is at war with you, and they want you to exterminate it, and they control the science funding, which means there will never be money for any genetic science of the food supply to uncover this truth. If it were there, it would be covered up like everything else has been covered up this entire time. Just like the Tuskegee experiments covered things up in the 1930s. Nothing has changed, except the technology is more advanced. The covert technology is more covert. The number of vectors through which they can kill you and cause you to have no children, cause you to have spontaneous abortions, the number of vectors is increasing. You are being targeted. And like I said earlier, to some extent, we're all being targeted. But black people are being targeted more than anyone else.
The book of Job, chapter 9, and verse 24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Only a wicked nigger would try to engineer a GMO to eliminate a race of people. Let me repeat that. Only a wicked nigger would try to engineer a GMO or organism that would eliminate a group of people, a nationality of people. And you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and again, specifically, we're talking about you Negroes, you see what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is doing. As they showed clips earlier as the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King. Matter of fact, let's just go to the book of Ezekiel. Because they got a perpetual hatred towards you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Bible tells a story. It tells the story of the downfall and the rise of Israel. We fell down, we fell away from who we were. Now we rising back up. And it's at the hands of our enemies. You know, we had to fall to the hands of our enemies, and now we're rising back up as a nationality of people, as a nation of people. Why? Because the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, has put that spirit back on us. He's that valley of dry bones is coming back to life. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5, and it reads, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6, therefore, as I live, says the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit down, see if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And blood is going to pursue Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Matter of fact, let's go right back to Job. Let's go right back to Job. See, because you Negroes, y'all don't understand, you know, how diabolical Esau, Edom, the so-called white man is. Y'all think that just because y'all might have one or two Edomite friends that his hatred has subsided. No, his hatred will never subside. If you read the Bible, Ezekiel 35 and 5, I just read it to you. They got a perpetual hatred towards you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as well as the low-life Edomites. But you have to understand, see, Esau, for over 400 years, they always classified. Say if one Negro commit a crime, one Israelite, we're going to stop using Negro. Say if one Edomite commit a crime. Esau as a whole would say all you Edomites, all you Negro, all you Israelites are criminals. So, but now when we come back and throw it back in their face and say the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is it? And we say, yo, your group of people are Edomites, y'all are the wicked of the earth. They'll say, oh, not all of us are wicked. Yes, all of you are wicked. Malachi, the first chapter, tell you that the whole house of Edom is wicked. The book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. The video you just seen, was it not wicked? Was it not iniquity? But I know 2/3 of you people, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, again, because y'all have joined hand in hand with the wicked, y'all want to give them a pass. See, the governments across the globe, they're all hand in hand, you know, with eliminating, you know, Jake. Because why? We're the head tribe. So if they make Jake fall, then all of Israel will fall. 2,000 years, when Judah fell, all Israel fell. The same thing today. But thank the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that 2/3 of you niggas don't have any say in this. That this prophecy has already been, it's already written in stone in the Holy Scriptures. That Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, will go into captivity. Revelation chapter 13, 9 and 10. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it. See, that's what the Most High was saying. That's what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua was saying. You know, when they sow iniquity in Job 4 and 8. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And is that not a sword that they was using? engineering an organism to eliminate you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And again, particularly, we're talking about you Jakes and Eve, you so-called Negroes here in Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept that they the wicked of the earth. But everything is matter of fact, let's go to the book of Psalms. What is that, 95? Let's go to Psalms. Not 85, but 95. I'm thinking 95. Uh, 85. Might be, is it 85? Yeah. The book of Psalms, chapter 85 and verse 11. It says, truth shall spring out of the earth and righteousness shall look down from heaven. And that's truth that's springing out of the earth, that Esau, Edom continue to have that perpetual hatred towards you Negroes. He gonna always have it. It's nothing you can do about it. But rejoice in knowing that he's gonna go into captivity. And again, Job 4 and 8. Let's go back to Job 4 and 8. And rejoice and know that if you plow iniquity, you're going to have to reap the same. The book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Matter of fact, let's go to Galatians. Let's go to the book of Galatians. Chapter 6. And verse 7. What's something so like that? If I'm in the wrong. I was right there at it. Just had it. It's like it. The book of Galatians, chapter 6. And verse 7, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Esau gonna reap. They're gonna reap what they've sown in the planet Earth. They will reap what they've sown in the planet Earth. That's why you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans need to stay away from the concoction. Everything is designed to eliminate, to exterminate you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans via food, via medicine. Everything that this diabolical plan is to eliminate you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why you should stay away from the concoction. But many of you going to take that concoction because you're going to take that MOTB, the charagma, spoken of in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, chapter 6, said 13, 16 through 18. Many of you going to take that charagma, that all. Why? Because y'all want to be a perpetual slave to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Y'all want to be a perpetual slave to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So we're going to close in the book we'll close in Jeremiah, because even though y'all see the video, even though you guys see the video, y'all are still would call and say that I'm racist, that I'm not reading the Bible correctly. Even when all the information is being pointed out that these people, the Edomites would never love you, they would never have.
You saw, man. You saw that, man. That's fucking crazy.
That this man would never have any respect for you. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 22, it reads, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children. Again, that's stupid. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And what would be good? to start listening to the men of the Lord that are back on the highways and the byways and the use of the internet, putting out videos like this. That's what you do good, and calling on the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and stop leaving that Jesus the Christ name alone. When you start, that is what's good. That's why the Most High called y'all through Jeremiah, called you stupid. So in closing, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom.